Hey everyone, the Flying Alucha here, and it is a long and anticipated video that I promised you quite a while ago, but I never delivered, and for that I'm very sorry, but it's here, I found the courage to actually upload this long video. It's going to be a long video of my entire anime collection to celebrate me hitting 1,000 followers. I'm now on 1,031 at the moment, at the time of this recording. If you hear any like little ding noises in the back, that's my gerbils probably messing about, trying to make little tunnels under the sawdust. But yeah, I can't wait to do this with you. I'm going to be as quickly as I can because this video is going to stall otherwise. It's going to be brought to you in 4K glory on my Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. And I hope you enjoy it. So, the first thing I saw was Belle. Now, Belle was a great anime. I love the soundtracks in it. It's a debut film, I think it is, for the English voice actor. I thought she was fantastic. You'd think, listen to her voice, that, she was older. No, she's very young. I can't remember how old she is, but she's very young, and her voice is just phenomenal. I love her voice. I can't explain how good her voice is. Her voice is just fantastic. This got for like 50 quid, I think. Yeah, 50 quid, I think, goes up more than that. This is the Ultra HD version. I think it's better than the US version. Only marginally. But we get a soundtrack, and I don't think they did. But yeah. I'm going to start off, by the way, with the anime that I've seen. And then I'll start with the anime I haven't seen. So this one is the Belle Deluxe Edition. On to the next one. The next one we have is Jin-Ro. I love this as well. The soundtrack, I think, goes dun dun na dun na 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 na, something like that. But it came out in 1999, if I'm mistaken. 1999 this was released. It's really, really good film by Production IG, same one that brought you Ghost in the Shell. Wow, is it good. Great film. I'm so happy to have this in my collection. I got this quite cheap. Most of my stuff I get cheap in deals. But this is very expensive. I've seen it go up like 50, 60 quid easy. But I love Jin-Ro. I really love Jin-Ro. It's a great film. Yuki Kajira also did the music for it as well. Yeah, fantastic film. Give it a watch. Jin-Ro's work of art. Children of the Sea. Children of the Sea was just eye candy. The amount of effort put into this film. The info sheet is inside of here because I just don't want to take it out. But I always keep info sheets, otherwise I send them back. This is by Studio 4C, and wow, did they do well. I think some people were like really stressed out after making this because they had to put every single minute of of their day to make this film, The actual animators were put through so much stress to make this, but wow, did it pay off. Beautiful film. The actual storyline was pretty meh, but the animation is just absolutely stunning. Studio 4C, the same studio that co-made Memories with Madhouse, and they also did the Berserk Golden Arc trilogy film, which was also very, very good. They've been around for a while. But Children of the Sea, watch it for the animation, not so much the storyline. Mirai is either one of those films that you love it or hate it, but apparently is well acclaimed. It is a very well acclaimed film. Bit of dirt on there, but very well acclaimed film. One of Mamoru Oshii, I think his name is. But yeah, this is said to be one of his best. Or if not his best, I'm not sure. He's got some good films. Belle also was one of his. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. It's definitely a great film for the kids, great for the family. Much loved film. I enjoyed it. This is a deluxe edition. Give it a watch. Fantastic film. Mirai, one for the collection. Penguin Highway. Another crazy film this was. God, I don't know who made it, but Penguin Highway. I got it second hand. I think I got it dirt cheap. Hence the reason the info sheet's a bit tatty. Mainly people throw them away anyway. But yeah, this is a great film. The kid is obsessed with boobs and shit. He's just a fucking he's a weird kid. He was a very, very weird kid throughout the whole film. And proper weird. I don't remember much about this film. I just remember throwing a lot of cans and yeah, the little penguins would fly out of them. It'd be really funny. Great animation in this as well. And, very heavy. This is really enjoyable film. And we're on to the next one. Makia, one of all the animes I got on sale. This is rated PA Works, most highest rated animation. They did Angel Beats, if you remember that, and I think A Lull in the Sea, Nagino Sakura, I think it's called. I like this film, but I just hate the fact that this little kid ages like every flipping 5-6 minutes. This kid's aged and he's aged and he's aged. Then he has kids. You know, the only ones that don't age is his own kids. But yeah, I thought Makia was great. I love the voice actor for Makia. She was great. Very good film. Better than all the films I've showed you already. But wow, this was a great film. Very good. Underrated gem. I think it's nominated for an award, I think. No, I don't think it is nominated for any. But this was a great film, man. Underrated gem. Definitely pick it up if you can get it for an affordable price. Makia, definitely one for the collection. Cyber City, 080808. This is very expensive. Not this one particularly. I think it will be in the future. But the old version apparently wasn't the proper version. So this is the remastered version. If you look here, yes, this is the remastered version. This comes with art cards. I think the other one came with a booklet and soundtrack or something. But yeah, this is the remastered. This is the proper version. Comes with both dubs, English, American and English. And the Japanese version as well. Very strong language in this. I think there's one, he's like, you wouldn't know if a vampire jumped at the end of Bick off your dick, or something like that. He says it on that. As an English dub, but apparently English, manga UK dub is very, very, very good. But I picked this up because it looked cool. It's by Madhouse as well, my favourite animation studio. Get this particular one, don't get the other one, as this is the remastered version, and not the failure Blu-ray version they released before. So, on to the next one. The drinks bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back memories that bring back yours. That was a Maroon 5 song. But Memories, I like it with Sparkle. I was talking about that earlier by Studio 4C and Madhouse. Memories was great. Cannon fodder. You know when a scene will switch and it'll switch and it'll switch and, you know, it will flicker, and, you know, to the next scene. That the entire thing, the camera does not pan away. That camera literally goes from left to right to up to down. It doesn't switch scenes. That is amazing how Studio 4C did that. I haven't got a clue how they. I don't think any other flipping animation or film has ever done what they did. But Magnetic Rose was just absolutely stunning. What a great little short that was. And the Stink Bomb was hilarious. I thought Stink Bomb was just absolutely hilarious. It was great. Memories. I was so tempted to get this back in the day, but we only had it on DVD and it was only in Japanese. But, you know, I think like 2019 or so, and they released a dub. And then all the anime managed to get it on Blu-ray, which I'm really happy about. I was so tempted to get it from Discotheque Media, but now we've got a beautiful collector's edition. I'm so happy to have this in my collection. On to the next one. The plays promised in our early days and Voices of Distant Star. Plays promised in our early days is meh. It was basic to me. It was alright. Voices of a Distant Star, yeah, don't even give it a second glance. That was shit. It was crap. It was like one of his first little things he worked on. Shit. It was absolutely crap. Don't even look it up or even watch it. It was just poor. It was like something out of a PS1 game. Collector's edition, Blu-ray. Can't really say much about this. I got most of Makoto Shinkai's works. And yes, all I have to say really. Good to have the collector's edition. But yeah, can't really say much. Okay, so it's staring me in the eye. Code Geass, my second favourite anime of all time. Code Geass is an absolute masterpiece. I love it. The ending to the second season was brilliant. I can't love this anymore. It was just wow. Love this series to death. This is the American version, as you can tell. The info sheet is inside of here. Can't bother to take it out. So happy to have this. It comes with art cards as well, but oh, hold on, I think I saw them. Hold on. So they're the art cards that come with it. 16 really nice art cards. I do have another one, but it's literally in the standard Blu-ray collection I have over there. So I'm going to do, show them off later. But for now, that's season 1 and 2. I'll show you the other ones that come after this. This is a trilogy movie. This is really good. This is going to be really expensive if you get the whole thing. Really happy to have this. Forgive any, noises in the background. That's the bloody gerbils going at it again. I'm so happy to have this. This is really good. One of my favourite series. This is like a recap, but I just had to get it. This is shut up, gerbils. This is it's recap season 1 and 2, but in film format. And I think my gerbils going at it. I think the second film has its own sort of it has like a little bit of extra scenes and then goes back to like recap again. But I love this. Really, really happy to have this in my collection. Let me just shut my gerbils up real quick. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, you shouldn't hear any more clinking noises now. I've stopped them from going upstairs. But yeah, next one. This is Akito the Exiled. Or Akito the Exiled. This, it has Lelouch in it, but he forgets his memories, and I think he goes by another name in this. But, yeah, this was a great movie. Like, each one's like an hour long. I think there's like 5. This was really enjoyable. I really, really liked it. Not as good as the original series, but this is really good. I've got another version of this as well. It's in the standard Blu-ray section. So you'll see that later in this video. I don't want to get it out now because this is only for collector's editions. But that also comes with art cards like this. And yeah, you can see I'm missing Resurrection. That's because it's a steelbook and it doesn't come as part of the collector's editions, which I'm unboxing, individually. But you'll see Resurrection later in the video. That comes after. It's supposed to be after the trilogy movies, but they recap the series. The only difference is, spoiler alert, I can't remember her name, the one with the red hair. She dies in the series, but she doesn't in this. And she appears in the trilogy movies, so she appears in Resurrection, so it's a follow-on from this. Season 1 and 2. It ends at season 2, which I think it should have ended. Resurrection is a good film, but should never have been made. They should have just made new characters because, yeah, it's stupid, mate. Season 2 should have been left at that. It was a masterpiece. Don't need to make anything else. I think they got Zero of the Recapture. I don't know who's going to be in that, but apparently that's part of like the anniversary of Code Geass. That's something they're working on, a new project. I think like 10-year span or something project. I don't know. But yeah, I'll show you the rest of Code Geass later. I love this series to bits. Moving on. Now we're going on to Sword Art Online, as I like to call it. But Sword Art Online, I love it so much. I've got the light novels. I've got all the volumes of light novels that have been released in English. 27 I want to get for less than a tenner or a tenner, but I don't want to pay more than that. This is season 2. I've skipped season 1 because it's a standard Blu-ray release. They're released by Manga UK. And yeah, all the rest were released by All the Anime. This was released by... and the first season Manga UK. So like I said, I'm showing off the collector's editions for now. So you'll see the first season Blu-ray later in the video. So yeah, that's season 2. There's also another season 2, which I've said countless times how much I love this, but just the problem with this bad boy is this one comes with the info sheet and it's easy to get hold of, and the rest of them, the info sheets are missing because you can't get these brand new and sealed anymore, and if you do, they cost like 60 quid each, which I ain't paying for. It's just a shame I can't get the info sheets anywhere, but that's what happens when shit goes out of print. Also, the info sheet that would wrap around this is missing. Like I said, what are you going to do? You know, it was not an info sheet that sticks to it. It comes off as a shrink wrap comes off and you throw it away. Real big shame, as Sword Art Online is one of my favourites. It's the 5th most favourite anime of all time for me. So, yeah, I love this. I love this so much. But, yeah, let's go on to the next one. The movie. Now, it goes season 1, which, like I said, I can't show you because it's part of standard Blu-rays. I'll show that later. Then it goes Extra Edition. Now, we never received that in the UK. America got a release of it, which is extremely expensive for some stupid reason. Australia got a version, which I was going to buy, but it sold out instantly on Amazon, and I never managed to get hold of it. That was the Australian version. So we never got Extra Edition. It was dives a bit more into Alfheim, I think. They go after Holy Sword Excalibur. Excalibur. But this is the movie. This is still pricey. Sometimes I get it for like £50 or more. This was a standalone film, which I thought was just absolutely brilliant. I love this film to death, mate. I think it was brilliant. This is they're introducing ordinal scale, and you dive the nerve gear, whatever. It's a new type of nerve gear. But I love this. This is great. But yeah, we missed the Extra Edition because we never got it in UK. I'm not paying shit tons of money to get it shipped over from America. And yeah, so it goes season 1, like I said, I'll show later. Season 2, I've just showed you. Then the movie, and then season 3, let's show that. Season 3 is split into like 2 parts. This is Alicization, which I think had like 25 episodes. Info sheets are inside, so, you know, I can't show you that. They're like loose ones that if you get secondhand, you're not going to get an info sheet. But I got the info sheet as I got it brand new. I pre-ordered this baby when it came out. Yeah. This is an 18 as well, because of the amount of rape scenes that fucking Reki Kawahara keeps fitting in. Season 1 had a rape scene, you know, Sugu tried to flipping rape her, didn't he? Season 2, yeah, there's one where Asida, remember that? Shinkoe or something, his name was, voiced by John Young Bosch in the UK, in the English version, tried raping her, but Kirito jumped in and had a fight. Season 3, this one, these creepy guys licking these girls in the bed. Yeah, and then this one, War of Underworld, which only has 23 episodes. There's also a rape scene in this, I think. I can't remember whereabouts it was. There's definitely one, but I can't remember. Tell me in the comment section. But these collector's editions are just absolutely stunningly beautiful. Then after that, it was Sword and Line Progressive, which I also had the light novels for that as well. And then there was one called Shrezhno of the Night. Now, we haven't got either of those films on Blu-ray. I've seen them both in the cinema. Very good. But, yeah, the second one skips, like, a few chapters from the light novel, so. And, yeah, that's it. The only one I never actually managed to collect was Extra Edition, which is annoying as we never got it released in the UK, which sucks. But then you get the spin-off, which was absolutely, from beginning to end, fucking amazing. I loved it as well. There's another version of this. You get a big chipboard box like you have here. It's slightly larger, so it's more like the size of that. And it housed both these parts, but that's extremely out of print. I've seen it go for like 80 or quid, which I don't want to pay for. And it would fit these two in, but I managed to get the 2 parts, so I'm happy enough. It's a shame I can't get the chipboard box. It's out of print. Yeah, that happens. This is part 1. I think part 1 had an actual error where you're trying to change scene selection or audio, and it glitches out, and it's really annoying. How's my gerbil still going mental? Give me a second. They're clever little creatures, I'll give them that. They managed to climb onto the food bowl and get up somehow. But, yeah, wish I had the big box that came in this, but, you know, that's out of print, so. This was a very enjoyable series, though. I haven't had the light novels for that, you know, because it's not got Kirito in it and the rest of the crew, but. Great anime, very good. It's not by Reki Kawahara, it's by a different guy, but, you know, with permission from Reki Kawahara himself. That is Sword Art Online for now, until I show you the standing Blu-rays later. So let's go on to the next anime. For tiny little arms, those gerbils know how to hoist themselves up, don't they? But here we have my ultra rare Akami ga Kill. Premium editions, I think they're called. These are really rare and expensive. I'm really happy to have these in my collection. They come with a few stickers and whatever. But very expensive. These are very, very, very expensive. I think this one costs more than that one though. But these are very rare, and I'm so, so happy to have this in my collection. Very good anime. I enjoyed the anime from start to finish. A lot of people hate the ending. I hate the ending. You know, it sort of ends. And that's it. It ends. That's all I can say about it. But yeah, I enjoyed it very much. It's a great anime based on a manga. Adapted from the manga, I meant to say. But yeah, really happy to have this in my collection. It's really enjoyable from start to finish. Yeah, next anime. Okay, they won't be able to move for a while. Those little gerbils, I've dug like a little tunnel to make them go into. Sorry, next anime. You might hear a little scuffling now and then, but yeah, it's just them trying to, you know, build little hills in. Fireworks was an alright anime. The animation was pretty good. People hate this anime for some reason. I didn't hate it. I thought it was just alright. Some of the songs were good. I like the songs. But it's a great anime. I say great, it was an enjoyable anime. Enough said, but Fireworks, yeah. Good one to sit down and watch and just chill, you know. Next anime. Napping Princess, as kiddie as you can get. Napping Princess is right. Better than Fireworks, but yeah, quite an enjoyable anime. I don't remember much about it, but I remember it not being bad. That's all I can say, but Napping Princess, add it to your collection. It's a cool little thing to have. My Parasite the Maxims. Or or just Parasite sometimes it's called. But they're premium editions, I think they're called. Really happy to have these. Very rare. I think this one's a lot more rare than this one. This one comes with a manga as well. See? But the anime and the manga are pretty much near identical. Very highly rated anime. Very highly rated manga. I think 89 or something, 88 the first manga chapter came out. But it's very good. This is a very, very highly rated anime. Very good anime. I enjoyed it from beginning to end. The dub's good. The soundtrack, the OSTs are right, but I prefer the end theming. It goes, how does it go again? Great, absolutely love it. I haven't listened to it in ages, but it's fantastic. So Madhouse as well. Well done, Madhouse. But great anime, great manga. I'm assuming is basically the same, but another absolutely fantastic series. On to the next one. Log Horizon, or as I like to call it, Log Horizon, is another cool anime. I like Log Horizon. People say, oh, it's the better version than Sword Art Online. I got more enjoyment out of Sword Art Online, but I can't say this is bad. It's not. But this has seasons 1 and 2. This is very rare as well. At all 50 episodes. It has a season 2, which I've got a standard Blu-ray of it. It's over there, so I'll show you that later. And yeah, Log Horizon, definitely enjoyable. I just remember the first season, people weren't really hyped for it, and it didn't go down well because they couldn't even remember what happened in the last season. So, yeah, enough said, really. I haven't even watched the first season yet. I need to get round to it. I think I watched the first episode and just dropped it, but I'll watch the third when I can. I think it's based on a light novel as well, but yeah. On to next anime. Who doesn't like boobies? What a weird way to start that off. There's a restaurant in this anime called Boobies, and the guy goes there all the time. I think she works there. But yeah, this anime was fun from beginning to end. Wow. It's something like you watch Futurama or Rick and Morty. It's that sort of comedic sort of anime. It's great. It's from the same guy that made Cowboy Bebop. I can't remember his name. Shinichiro Watanabe, that's it. He made all the music ones. He made Samurai Champloo, Kids on the Slope, I think it's called. I think there's gay relationships with that one. See, I don't have that one. That's quite rare to get as well. Yeah, Cowboy Bebop, and this as well. We made all that, and then all of a sudden randomly made this. These are the collector editions. Really, really enjoyable series. I'm so happy to have this. You can actually get season 1 and 2 very cheap. It's like a standard Blu-ray combo. You get like a standard Blu-ray and it has season 1 and season 2 in it, which you can get for like 20 quid, which I thought was really good. But these come with nice booklets and stuff, so I thought I'd get these instead. But they're very, very enjoyable. Not much like any of these anime I've showed you. This is like on its own and on a whole different level. But this is really enjoyable. Give it a watch. Space Dandy. He's a dandy guy in space. Yeah. King's Game. One of those anime that is so bad that it's good. This has got so many bad ratings. I think it's because it's from a studio that makes hentai. But I enjoyed this. I fucking love this. I really, really enjoyed this for some reason. Yeah, I thought this was hilarious. One girl in it is nice and cute, and then all of a sudden she's fucking psycho. But that's just a bit of glue that's solidified. But wow, this was hilarious. I love this anime. I love this anime so much. I don't know what it's based off. Maybe it's an anime original or manga. I don't know. Presumably a manga. People shit on it. They said it was one of the worst animes they've seen. I'm not going to agree with that. It wasn't one of the worst. But it was definitely enjoyable. But a lot of people won't like it. I personally did. That is King's Game for you. It's like Marmite. You love it or you hate it. Damn, my phone is getting warm. Clannad. my third favourite anime. Third? Yeah, it's my third favourite anime of all time. I love Clannad. After Story. After Story is just brilliant, phenomenal. Season 1 was pretty boring until the end, and then Season 2 came along and just blew it out of the water. It is in the top 20 highest rated anime on my anime list. It is that good. Wow, Clan After Story made me reaching for the invisible tissues that I did not have. This Kyoto Animation outdid themselves. This is based off a visual novel, adaptive and visual novel, and it is just, I love Clannad After Story so much. Dango, 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 daikazaku. I love Clannad After Story, man. God, it's one of the saddest animes I've ever watched. It is so good. It's second only to the Grave of the Fireflies. That nearly put me in tears, but this was sad as well. Holy shit. My third favourite anime of all time, love it to bits. Clannad After Story. Well, and Clannad, but Clannad After Story was just absolutely brilliant. So, yeah. Just enough said. I love this. There's also a movie by Toei, which no one really speaks of. I think it's sort of a recap with goofy ass looking animation, which kind of looks weird, but I watched that. This is better. But yeah, I haven't bought that. It's on DVD for America, and I can't bother to buy it either. Maybe one day. But Clannad After Story, just fantastic, man. I love Clannad After Story. Psycho Pass. Now, the first season was licensed by Manga Entertainment or Manga UK, which doesn't exist anymore. And, yeah. Sorry, I was just looking at something. But, released by Manga UK, so that's a standard Blu-ray that I'll show you later. And then all the anime took over and made the collector's editions. Which, yeah. Season 2, so it goes Season 1, Season 2, then the movie. And then straight after that was this bad boy. Sinners of the System, also enjoyable. And then it was, I think it was called Psycho Pass Season 3. And then there was First Inspector. And then, this is release order. I can't remember chronological order. But, so yeah, after this was Season 3. Then it was First Inspector. And then it was the movie. I can't remember what the movie was called. But the movie recently came out and I watched it at Odeon. It was alright. It was alright, that's all I can say. But the movie takes place after like season 1, I think, or something. I can't remember, it goes back in time. But it was like to celebrate the anniversary anyway, and it fit in really well. But yeah, Amazon are stingy, and I don't think they still have the license, I think, I can't remember. Originally you could watch Psycho Pass, all of Psycho Pass. No, was it? No, it was Season 3 and Inspector. You could only watch on Amazon Prime. But now Netflix has all of it, which is great. And yeah, so for Season 3, First Inspector, I haven't got Blu-ray releases, and neither has the new movie. So releases kind of stopped here because Amazon was stingy, and Crunchyroll hasn't really released them on Blu-ray as of the time of this recording. But, yeah, Season 1, 2, movie, and Sinners System. And Season 1, like I said, is a standard Blu-ray, so I'll show that later in the video. Next unboxing. Did I say next unboxing? I meant next anime. Higurashi no Nako Koro ni, or When They Cry. Very, very stabby anime, is all I can, describe it. Season 1 was dubbed, and then Season 2 and 3 were not. Sort of like Familiar with Zero, sort of like sort of like, I mean, just like Hellgirl and a lot of anime have fallen into the same trap, but they just haven't dubbed anything. Shakugan no Shana fell into that trap, but then they actually managed to dub it, which is cool. But I would have preferred if they dubbed this more. So it goes season 1, 26 episodes, and then there's another one called Higurashi no Nakakoroni Hen, which is, you don't need to watch it. It was sort of like, oh, they dare each other to do shit. And then Kai Rai, and then there was like Kira, which was an anniversary. Then there was one called, that's not released on Blu-ray, by the way. And then there was one called Outbreak, which is like a short 50-minute movie, if you can call it that. I mean, if you call it a movie, you have to call, fucking Hellsing Ultimate Episodes movies and Psycho Pass into the Systems, movies and shit like that. And Akito Exiled movies, they're not. Me personally, if it's like an hour and 30 minutes, I'd call that a movie, to be honest. Anything below that, I wouldn't. But, let me just shut my guinea pig fucking gerbil up for a minute. Because he keeps managing to get up there somehow. Yeah, so Kira Outbreak were never released on Blu-ray. And then they made a new one, which was the beginning of, like, I think it's Gao. No, yeah, Gao. The beginning of Gao was sort of recap, and all of a sudden, honey, shit gets real, and then it just goes in its own path, which I'm so happy it didn't just recap the series. But Gao was cool, and then Sotsu ended the whole series, and people don't really tend to talk about that. Higurashi, they're animated by a studio people don't really like. I can't remember the name of it. Passion, that's it. They also made Maruko-chan. She sees ghosts and shit. But Gao, Sotsu, never released in the UK, and they're very expensive. Sorry, I got something stuck in my throat. They're very expensive. And is this an 18? It must be, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it is. Doesn't have any age ratings, which is very weird. Here we are, the age ratings at the top of the box. It could class as an 18, but I don't know. All I know is we haven't got the Sotsu, Gao and Sotsu, unfortunately. So they'll probably end up as 18s because they were very gory. The Blu-ray uncensored it, but I think Crunchyroll censored it. I'm not sure. I've seen all of Higurashi, single thing. Season 1 and the special. Season 2, Season 3. Some people say it ends there, but, do what you do. But then Kira Outbreak, seen it. I think a few episodes of Kira are good. The others are just fan service. And then Outbreak was meh. Meh, is all I have to say about that. And then, yeah, Gao Sotsu, which I will get one day. Just, not now. Because it's too expensive until they release in the UK, which may be a long time. But I think Passion did a good job. Made it look a bit goofy, but I think it was good. This is quite expensive as well. It can go up to like 100 odd quid. Best getting at CX, but Higurashi, When They Cry. Next anime. More Makoto Shinkai. Your Name, the highly acclaimed Your Name, which put Makoto Shinkai on the map. Info sheets inside. Your Name wasn't bad. People loved the shit out of it. I thought it was weird. I thought it was weird. It's Freaky Friday vibes all over it. I thought Your Name was really, really weird. Animation is stellar. Of course it is. But the actual film itself was alright to me. I didn't enjoy it as much as I wanted to, unfortunately. I did, however, enjoy this bad boy a lot more, though. Weathering with You. These are both 4K releases, by the way. Weathering with You, I preferred a lot more. I don't know, I just preferred Weathering with You. I like the storyline better. It's just me, but I preferred it better. I didn't like the thing they switch bodies, and it's sort of like he's looking like, oh shit, I got tits now, and she's like, oh shit, I got dick now, and it's like, fucking weird, and then they see each other in person and they don't even bring that up. It's like, I'd be fucking grossed out if that happened to me. But everyone thinks it's great. I don't know. I think it's weird. It's the right film. That's all I can say. I did enjoy it as much as I wanted to. People are going to hate me for that. That's my opinion. You know, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. But Weather Review, I loved. I loved Weather Review. I loved the water to it. I thought it was great. I thought it was really enjoyable. The Garden of Words takes the top spot for the animation. I thought the film itself was boring as shit, but the animation was just absolutely stunning. Probably the most stunningly beautiful film I've ever seen was Garden of Words. But yeah, these films are great. This was alright. This was really good. That's my opinion. But same people that, you know, same guy that made the one I showed you earlier was, you know, Voices of Distant Star and Place Promised in Early Days. But yeah, these ones are pretty famous. And he recently just brought out Suzume, which I watched and I thought was alright. I mean, I prefer Your Name to Suzume, but Suzume didn't hit rail for me. I still get it on Blu-ray, but it didn't hit the same. As you can see, I have the poster for Suzume as it came out in my cinema. But yeah, we had a 4DX showing for Suzume, and I watched that in Japanese, and then I watched it in dub. And I could say the Japanese version was better. But yeah, moving on. The Garden of Sinners. Garden of Sinners, The Garden of Sinners. Wow. Ufotable, one of the best works, in my opinion. One of the ones that, to me, revolutionised the way Ufotable are. Apparently they've dodged a lot of taxes or some shit, but you need to get this on Blu-ray. I showed the DVD way back in the day, but yeah, I sold that as the picture quality is shit. I kept the art cards though. I sold it without the art cards to CEX. But get it on Blu-ray is all I have to say. Don't even bother getting the DVD. The DVD looks crap. Because that's something for fucking VHS. But I think I got this for like 50 quid. You're going for like 80, 90 quid. But this was great. Just a shame I couldn't get Recalled Out Summer and Extra Chorus, which they were released by Aniplex, and hella expensive. Hella expensive. Hella expensive. And never released in the UK, so it's unfortunate. I've asked MVM many times, they've tried and they've failed, so what are you going to do? But this is great. This is great. I love the song from the very, very first film. He goes, Tortilla, give me, does he hold me? Something like that. But oh wow, it's beautiful. I've got it downloaded on my phone. It's so beautiful. But yeah, great anime by Ufotable, the same people that made Demon Slayer and Tales of Zestiria DX. Yeah, I love this. I'm so happy to have it. I got it for a bargain, 50 quid. What else can you say? Vinland Saga. I like the intros for both of them. Vinland Saga, I loved. I thought it was very enjoyable from beginning to end. This is the Sentai dub, I think. Yeah. Which I thought was better than the Netflix dub. I haven't watched the Netflix, so I've seen comparisons, and I think this is better. But they brought out season 2. I watched the whole of that. I didn't think it was anywhere as good as the first season. It was alright, but nowhere near as good as this. Some people saying, oh, it's better. They're talking out their arse. Season 1 was fucking brilliant. And then season 2 was just, alright. It was good. Maybe you're right. I'm over-exaggerating. It was... No, sorry, I'm underestimating it. It was good. You know, it was just above good, season 2, but not much action, if that's what you wanted. Season 1 was great. Season 2 was alright. That's all I can say. Season 2 was like Your Name to me. It weren't that good. But, yeah, Vinland Saga is very pricey. So it's going for like £50 plus. But I think I paid about 60 or quid for it. I paid a lot. But Vinland Saga, yeah. Who doesn't love Vinland Saga? It's one of the highest rated mangas too. Great series. Can't wait for season 3 eventually when that comes out. Cowboy Bebop. You can't fault it. It's one of the most highly acclaimed anime of all time. But the same guy that made Space Dandy, you know, you wouldn't have thought they're the same guy, but they are. 1998, Cowboy Bebop. A lot of people love this anime. Animated by Sunrise. Yep, same people that made Code Geass. Doesn't look like it, because Code Geass was somehow related to... I can't remember the animation studio. The same one that made X. Clamp, there we go. Clamp didn't animate it. They gave the animation sort of a look to it, and that's why it looks like it is today. But, yeah. You know, this is great. And apparently the dub is just way better than the sub. This is like collector's editions I got. 5-point surround sound, which is great. And then... yeah. All this special shit. I wanted the Ultimate Edition so bad, but it was like a big, massive sort of carry box, and it had like vinyls in it. I don't listen to vinyls, so I've seen it go for like $1,000 more. I've seen it go for like 900 quid. You can't buy it anymore. It's so rare. But it's like a big, massive ass box, man. I would love to have had it, but it would take up a lot of room. But I'm not paying the absurd prices they charge. I think it's like the most expensive thing on the anime ever sold as well. But hella rare. Would love the Ultimate Edition, but you can't really. It's unavailable everywhere, and I'm not ready to jack out the price to get it. It is enjoyable anime, yeah, very enjoyable. The movie, Knocking on Heaven's Door, I think it's called, the Halloween one, is over there. I've never managed to get the one with the sleeve, unfortunately, but... yeah, that's over there in the standard Blu-ray section, so I'll show you that later. And yeah, Cowboy Bebop. Can't go wrong with a bit of Cowboy Bebop. Steins Gate Zero. Now, Steins Gate Zero, forgive the little tapping in the noise, that's my gerbil oh god, they're going at it, aren't they? One's drinking, one's biting the bars. Give me a sec. So if it started a bit for there. But this is Steins Gate Zero. Steins Gate Zero, very rare. Very, very rare. This is... I've skipped Season 1 of the movie because they're standard Blu-rays. Season 1 is one of the highest rated anime. I think it's like rated number 2 in my anime list as the highest rated anime. Haven't seen Zero yet. Screw it. I was just showing you anime that... yeah, nah, I might as well. I'm showing it you now. I was showing you all the anime that I have seen, but this kind of just fell into my hands just now. I've seen Season 1. I've seen the movie. I haven't seen this yet. Like I said, Season 1 was very, very, very highly rated. It's one of the most classic, acclaimed, historical animes out there, Steins Gate. It's about time travel and shit. Yeah. This is the UK version. I paid a pretty penny for it. I think I got it for a bargain, actually. But yeah, I'm so happy to have this. This is highly out of print. The UK version is even rarer in the UK to get than the US version. But so happy to have this. Season 1 was very good. The movie was okay, and then I haven't watched this yet, so I can't wait to watch Zero eventually. Zero happens before the series, apparently. I think it does, yeah, because it's like Jujutsu Kaisen Zero happens before, and then it's the series and a movie, but I will watch this one day, just not quite yet. But yeah, Season 1, movie, and then this, so that's the release order. But if you want to watch it in chronological order, this, Season 1, the movie. Yeah, I'll give you a little more insight when I watch this. And anyway, I'll show you the other two, Season 1 and the movie, later on. Wicked City and Demon City. Sex, sex, more sex. That is Wicked City for you. And Demon City had the worst dub I've ever heard. But, and the lip syncing was out as well. This is the UK version. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with the UK dub, which is stupid as shit. I think the VHS does, but not this. This is the US dub. The less sweary version, as the UK dubs tend to be a lot more sweary. But Wicked City and Demon City, great animation. But Madhouse as well. But no clear story to it. Demon City was alright, and then this was just sex. That's what I can say. Wicked City had a shit ton of sex, mate. And I was watching my friend, and he went, fuck me, and there are a lot of sex scenes. That's all I can say, really. It was enjoyable. And, yeah. I'm happy to have this in my collection. This is the art card version, not the booklet version. But then again, booklet version is shit. So, yeah. Demon City, Wicked City, or Wicked City, Demon City. Erased. Wow. Very enjoyable. I saw the villain coming a mile off. It was just the way he acted. He's too goody-goody. I saw it coming a mile off. But Erased was very enjoyable. Very highly acclaimed anime. A lot of people love it. I can't remember what studio was... Oh, shit, I just folded the info sheet a bit. Can't remember what studio actually animated this. A1 Pictures, of course. Good old A1 Pictures. Same one that made Sword Art Online. Which I've showed you countless light novels on this channel. But, yeah, Erased. This is both parts just come up the whole season. They couldn't release it in one. Well, they did, and it was a red box, and it looked kind of cool, but these are booklets, and I wanted these, you know. I sold the one that had the red box, and I bought this. God, do my gels ever stop? One of them's quieting down, the other's a bit agitated. But, yeah, it's just very highly acclaimed anime. A lot of people have good things to say about it. Some odd people don't, but, yeah. I thought it was enjoyable. It's just, I kind of wanted to be wrong and who the culprit was, but I wasn't. I was right. I can see it coming a mile away. But Erased, yeah, very highly rated anime. A1 Pictures, you know, same studio made Sword Art, and that very highly rated anime that was at #1 at one point. First anime to actually overtake Brotherhood, I think. I can't remember the name of it. I'm kicking myself for not remembering it, but Kaguya-sama, that's it. But yeah, Erased, very happy to have these. I sold the red one that I had on my channel before, and I got these, so yeah. Birthday Wonderland, not Birthday Wonderland, this is freaking Tokyo Marble Chocolate. I ain't got Birthday Wonderland. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I thought it was a movie. It's like 2 episodes or some shit. It was okay. Yes, about as much as I can say. Psychic School Wars, very much like Fireworks. People shit on it. They didn't like it. I thought the animation was really trippy and shit, but I liked the animation. I thought it was very beautiful. What studio made it? Studio Sunrise it was, wasn't it? If I'm mistaken. Yeah, it was Sunrise. Shit. Sunrise doesn't make anime this beautiful, but the story was shit. It made no sense. The animation was nice. That's about as much as I can say. It's very much like the Garden of Words. Shit story. Okay animation. Fantastic animation. But a lot of people hate this, and I can't blame them. But yeah, it was alright. The animation was weird, and why she kept doing cartwheels and shit was fucking random. But yeah. Next one. I think there also was another Psychic Wars. I think it was an older one, but yeah, I don't know of it. I'll have to research it. Royal Space Force, The Wings of... Oh, I can never pronounce this. My friend can, I can't. This is like 80s. Honamize or some shit, I can't remember. But, yeah. Studio Gainax. I thought it was alright. Always pissed me off when this little kid kept frowning. He does that for the whole bloody stupid freaking film. The rape scene did kind of catch him off guard. I'm happy he didn't go fully through with it. But he did stop himself before he could do any damage. But then the girl slapped him and apologised straight afterwards, saying, oh, you know, I shouldn't have done that. And I was like, yeah, but he nearly raped you. It's fucking weird. Didn't need to be in the film at all, but it was. This is very rare and expensive. I think it was like tenner in a sale. But yeah, great. They wanted to make another movie after this, but it didn't do well in Japan. The Blu-ray and DVD sales did very well, but the actual film itself did not. Yeah, I think it's 88 or some shit. I can't remember when this came out. It's quite an old anime. Doesn't say. I can't remember. It's very old. It's an 80s anyway. But yeah, it was enjoyable. Very enjoyable film. Boogie Bob Phantom. That's what it says, right? Nearly every episode. It says it like twice, one after the other. Boogie Bob Phantom, I was ecstatic when this shit came out on Blu-ray. I remember watching it on, I think, YouTube or something. And remember how eerie it was? All 11 episodes were like eerily green and misty. And then the last episode was bright and colourful. So I was like, holy shit, what the hell's going on? Madhouse made this. They also made Boogie Pop and others, which I thought the soundtrack was it goes dun 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 dun. Never received a Blu-ray release in the UK or DVD for that matter, but in the US they did. I thought it was alright. I thought this was a lot better. I just enjoyed this more, to be honest. Happy to have it on Blu-ray. Nice chipboard art box. I think MVM or Manga UK released it on DVD, which was pretty pricey, things like £4. Happy to have this on Blu-ray, really happy. Yeah. I like Boogie Bot Phantom, I enjoyed it. 2000 it came out, but Studio Madhouse, very good. Love this. Great to have it. As soon as they announced it, I was tempted to get the Blu-ray release from America. It was very pricey. But to get it here in the UK in collector's edition, couldn't be happier. I couldn't get enough of that song. I hated it when he switched it halfway through. But this was very pricey at one point. This was going for like 60 to 80 odd quid at MVM. But I got this on sale for like 20 quid, I think. This was right. This was just alright, really. I think there's sex in it. That's off screen. But it was alright. Lona goes out with the most popular kid in school and is like, yeah. Enough said, really. It's very enjoyable. I had like 24 episodes. I don't know who animated it. The info sheet's inside. Yeah. Actually, I don't think it had an info sheet. I think they're on the back of the Blu-rays. This is very pricey, but I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this very much. It's a great little series. Give it a watch, but it is kind of weird at times, so. Oh my god, did I ever give up? Do with it as you will. I know there are a lot of distractions in the back. It's a gerbil's playing up, but bro, they live in my room. There's not much else I can do. But yeah. Paranoid Agent. Great series. This is the uncut version. The DVD was cut because of a suicide scene, which never actually happened as the branch snapped. You know, whole another story. Watch my unboxing for that to fully understand what I meant. But yeah, Satoshi Kon's. This is, I think, my third favourite. Paranoid Agent. No. Millennium Actress, Perfect Blue, then this, then Tokyo Godfathers, and Paprika. That's the 5 works he did, and that's my order of how I like them as well. I made a little video as well on rating all Satoshi Kon's work. You know, check that out. But this was great. I thought it was very eerie at times. It deserves this 18 rated mark as well. So happy they actually uncut this in the UK, which I'm proper happy about. Yeah, pretty standard release. Few art cards. I think the steelbook looks alright. But yeah, it's a very good series. Paranoid Agent. So happy it's finally uncut in the UK. Hi, the name Renmei. I watched this on DVD back in the day. I even did an unboxing. Haven't watched it on Blu-ray yet. I think I remember I liked the outro of this. This is about as much as I can say. The anime was just meh. Yeah, the anime was just meh. Same guy who created Text and Lies as well. But yeah, it was meh. There's another one called Near Under 7, I think. I think he did that as well. This was just meh. That's all I can say. I didn't enjoy it as much as I wanted to. Haven't watched it on Blu-ray. I watched it on DVD. This is a Blu-ray version, but yeah, Don't know what else to say, really. It was meh. Black Butler was alright. This is season 3 because we only got season 1 and 2 on DVD. We never got Blu-ray releases. Season 1 and 2 was released by Manga UK, I think. And then season 3 was released by All the Anime. And people love the first season. They hate the second and the third season. Hate the second season more, but... yeah, then they brought Book of Atlantis and then Book of Murder, which we never got in the UK. And I couldn't care enough to actually buy them. They were shipped over from America. I couldn't care enough to buy them. But this is season 3 on Blu-ray. Yeah, I think this is... I bought this before I bought season 1 and 2 as well. It cost me like a $5, I think. But I enjoyed Book of Circus. A1 Pictures, I'm pretty sure, animated this. It says Studio Aniplex. That's stupid. They're the licensors, dumbasses. But yeah, much said about Black Butler. I've seen all 3 seasons, and I haven't seen Book of Atlantis or Murder, really, so can't really fully rate this series. Yeah. Vampire D Bloodlust, my favourite anime film of all time. I love this film, mate. Classic 2000. The animation is just nothing that you get nowadays. I thought Madhouse outdone themselves. The animation is just absolutely breathtakingly amazing. This is like very grainy sort of animation that just does so well. Give me a sec. The grainy animation just works so well. I don't know how they did it. It reminds me a lot of another film, Escaflowne, the movie, which I thought was animated by Madhouse. No, that was animated by Bones. This was just very good, man. This is just so good. I've also got the film. I got that on DVD, as it came with like 5.1 surround sound and a few extra features. We never got the Vampire D on Blu-ray. They did in America, but it was redubbed, and the people hated the dub. The dub in this is very good. The dub in Vampire D, the English version, I think it was. No, I can't remember. It was also very good, but not so much the other dub that I think Sentai released. I can't remember. But this is my favourite anime film of all time. I love it so much. Vampire D Bloodlust was just absolutely amazing. Story, the picture was just so good. It's so highly rated as well by fans. Not so much in my anime list, but by fans, this is so good. Based on a novel, I think. But yeah, so happy that this is on Blu-ray and nice collector's edition. Brilliant film. And you don't seem to understand. I am falling. This is a collector's edition, very rare collector's edition. I think I got it for like 20 quid on Amazon. It's going for a lot more now. It's very expensive. The American version is better because it comes with a big ass booklet. It's just 2 DVDs in a fucking case. This is a Blu-ray version, but it's just 2 DVDs in a fucking case. What else can I say? And art cards, but happy to have a chipboard box nonetheless. This anime was very good, but the same guy that made Text and Lies and Hibernate Red made it was meh. But this was very enjoyable. 1998 this came out. A lot of people love it. I like it as well. It was a very good classic. I'll watch it again one day when I'm depressed as fuck, but yeah, I like Lane. Who doesn't like Lane, you know? Even my anime list crashed at one point. Well, I don't think they did. They just put everything as Lane, which is funny. But yeah, this is a great series, man. Really liked it. Magic Knight Rayearth. They released a complete collection recently, but didn't come with the OVA. And this did. This is an old one by Sukkun Production or some shit, I think it's called. It had 49 episodes. I don't know why it didn't make 50. This is very enjoyable. I like this. Very 90s is what you can say about this. Very 90s. The movie's included as well, which I don't think was ever released in America, as far as I know. This is the movie on DVD, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Like Rayearth, I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. I thought the second season was better than the first, but I enjoyed this series very well. Very much. Very old one. I think it's one of the first ever isekais. This is great. Absolutely great anime. I enjoyed it. Not more than I thought I would. But yeah, these are collector editions. So happy to have. ReZero. This is the other version. Sort of like Kill la Kill and like Kill la Kill and not like Kill la Kill. It's like Magic Knight, Ray Earth, Kill la Kill, Erased. I'm talking about all the anime's releases. They brought them out in big collections, just all in, all together instead of like in parts like they did originally. And I bought this because the other version they had was a big box that housed parts 1 and 2. Part 2 you can get really cheap, like 10-15 quid, and it comes with a chipboard box too. But for part 1 it was like 60 odd pounds or some shit. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's like you get a box and it's like part 1 there on its own would be like 60 quid, and it's highly out of print and you can't buy it anywhere apart from CX, which sometimes they sell out as well, and they're sold out currently, I think. But this has season 1. I actually watched ReZero. I watched the director's cut. No, I watched the 11 episode version, which they're like 50 minute long episodes, and they had like a few extra scenes to it. That's the version I watched. Then there was like OVAs, which I only released in America and Australia. We never got the OVAs here. And I watched one of them. I think I'm on Memory Snow, and I just sort of dropped it there. I haven't seen the second season. It's going to be released in Blu-ray soon. It was delayed a lot of times. It's like 50 odd pounds, but for the season 2. But I'll buy a season 2 because I thought this anime was pretty enjoyable. A lot of people love it. I think they're actually planning on making a season 3. I think it's in production, which won't be out till like next year. Sort of like High School DxD. I mean, that's taken freaking forever, and they still haven't brought a season 5 out yet. But yeah, season 2 will be released soon. This just has the whole season 1. Yeah, we had another version, like I said, big chipboard box, both parts, but part 2 you can get, part 1's just out of print. And I think they had some Blu-ray issues as well with some of the discs, so you might actually end up getting the faulty version. So yeah, ReZero. I haven't got the OVAs, I haven't got season 2. Season 2 hasn't been released on Blu-ray yet, which it will, and the OVAs just weren't released in the UK, so what are you going to do? I just watched them on Crunchyroll, but yeah. Future Diary. I enjoyed Future Diary. I remember it being extremely expensive at one point. I can't remember what ones licensed it. It was the ones that also did like Code Geass. They always release like 2.0 ones for some reason. But yeah, I thought this anime was very enjoyable. So love it or hate it anime. A lot of people love it. A lot of people hate it. People say the manga's better, but yeah, this comes with the OVA, which I'm really happy about. I remember parts 1 and parts 2 being extremely expensive, like £50 each, and now they're dirt shit. You can get them for fucking nothing. But the Kaze releases, that's it. They're like 2.0. Yeah. This, I'm really happy. Really happy to have. Really nice box too. Here's my Demon Slayer. Yeah. Season 1 of Demon Slayer, and then the movie. Still, to this day, the highest grossing anime movie of all time. Yeah, I've watched the series. I watched the movie. This goes out to my friend who died. His name was Abid Rizvi. He died. He was in my Hampton Court videos. Rest in peace, man. He loved this series to bits. I don't think he ever managed to watch the Entertainment District arc. I can't remember if he did or not. It was season 1, then the movie, and then it's like a compilation movie. It's like episodes it's a movie in episode format, basically. And then Entertainment District arc was like 11 episodes of some of the best animation, like film quality animation. Same one that made The Garden of Sinners that I showed you earlier, and Tales of Zestra the X. And, tax dodgers, as I've been told. But, yeah. Entertainment District art hasn't come out on Blu-ray yet. Swordsman's Village art was very entertaining. And I saw into this Swordsman's Village arc. That was just a recap of the end of season 2. And then a little bit of extra scenes from season 3. But yeah, neither of those have been released on Blu-ray yet, season 2 and 3, so one day they will, and they'll be hella expensive, like pretty much everything else is Demon Slayer related, because it's by Aniplex, of course it is. But yeah, I like Demon Slayer. It's very, very enjoyable. And yeah, I think they've also announced another one. I think it's like 5 episodes or something. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called the Hashira arc or something. But anyway, moving on. The Anthem of the Heart. All the anime for some reason made 2 versions. I think one was a Zavi version. I thought this was okay. Yeah. It's only in Japanese with English subtitles for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why they didn't dub it. But this is alright. It's quite sad at times, but I generally thought this was an okay film. There's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, much said there. Toradora. This is a shit release. I think it was Australia or America, I can't remember. I think it was Australia. They got like a cat, and they shoved the cat in, like as a plushie into the box, and the box just expands and bends. One of the stupidest designs ever. But I think America got a steelbook as well. I thought this was alright. I hated her a lot until the end, where I thought she was absolutely adorable, and I loved her towards the end. It's been ages since I watched the series. I didn't watch it, on Blu-ray. I watched it on YouTube, I think, back in the day. One of the first animes I watched this was, but I can't remember. Oh my bloody gerbil! I can't remember how the intro goes. It goes doo or something. But yeah, it was okay. It was very enjoyable. I can't remember what studio made it. JC Staff, that's it. But yeah, Toradora is pretty enjoyable. Millennium Actress, this is a 4K version, which is not really. It's like SDR version. Even though it's advertised as 4K, it's not. But it'll stick a mark on there, unfortunately. But I love this film. This is my favourite out of all of Satoshi Kon's work, even more than Perfect Blue. The soundtrack is great. The film was just brilliant from beginning to end, and I love every moment of it. I think it came out in 2000, if I'm not mistaken. It was just so good. I watch it so many times over and over. This film was just brilliant. I think it's like my second favourite film of all time of anime. Oh, it's just so good. Man, I love this film so much. As a special place in my heart. I love Millennium Actress. Rest in peace, Satoshi Kon, man. You are fucking absolute master of what you did. Man, rest in peace, man. Fuck. Death Parade. I've seen the series. Haven't seen Death Billiards, which is included with this from the studio at Broadheath Madhouse. They brought you Death Note and Black Lagoon. Apparently, a lot of the animators that animated this were actually newbies or something. The intro to this is possibly one of the best intros, if not the best intro ever. Holy shit, it goes da na 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 da da lightning da na na da na 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 da na na na. Watch it for yourself, because it is just absolutely amazing. Fuck, is it good? I can listen to it over and over and over again. The intro is just so good. I need to watch Death Billiards. It is included in this, but I haven't got around to it. But I will. But word on Madhouse. You did well. American, I think, opens up. Like, the elevator. You open it from that way and that way. But so happy to have this, man. It took so freaking long for them to release this. They released the exact same time they released Akito the Exiled as well. But so happy to have this on Blu-ray, and the glue solidified again. Attack on Titan. You may think there's not much here. That's because season 1 only got a standard Blu-ray release. Even though it said deluxe, it was shit, and for some reason they fucked it. They fucked the Blu-ray release because they messed about with it. Funimation gave them, and they just messed about with it. So when you skip the intro, it skips like 8 minutes into the episode. The subtitles were fucked as well. Yeah, I've got it on Blu-ray, but the UK version, unfortunately, and the US version is okay, just fine, because nothing was tampered with it, and the Australian version's fine. One day I'll get the season 1 in the US or the UK, US or Australian version, but it's pretty pricey at the moment, considering it absolutely crashed in the UK for the release. It was so shit. But then, yeah. Then Manga UK sort of redeemed themselves with this. I've heard there's a few little things wrong with this as well, but as you see, it's sealed. As when I read boxes before, I think I ripped that, and I sold that anyway. But Season 2, Season 3... Oh, Season 3 is a standard Blu-ray. Part 1... Season 3, Part 1 and Part 2 is very rare. I think Season 1, Part 2... No, Part 1 with the chipboard box has got like 50 quid on eBay. And then Part 2 is just... You can get on CX, but it's like the book will not be included. So, yeah. Won't be seeing that on this channel for a long time. The Season 3 I have got is just a standard Blu-ray over there somewhere. You know, my standard version. But this is Season 4, the final season. You know, these are collector editions. I suppose when Part 3 comes out, they'll release it with a big chipboard box I can just finally fit all this into, because, you know, keeping it stored is tatting it, you know. Also, it came with these, if I can find it. There we go. No, I don't like the way they did this, because it's just loose and shit. Part 1 comes with that. Part 2 comes with that. I only recently got this as well. Some idiot leaked the release date, saying it was September for Season 4, Part 3. This is Part 1, Part 2. No, it's Part 1, Part 2. Part 3 has already been released. It was like an hour special or something. And then there's another one. So it's like, if you can put it, Season 4, Part 4. If it makes sense, because they couldn't just release it all at once. But Season 4, Part 4 is like the finale. And it won't be released until like November. So you have Season 1, then a bunch of OVAs that were never released on Blu-ray DVD. You can only watch on Crunchyroll. Then Season 2, Season 3 I got over there, like I said. This is Season 4, and yeah, like I said, Season 4, Part 3, or the specials, or what they're called, or whatever, hasn't been released on Blu-ray. I suppose when the special for Part 3 and 4 are finally released, they'll put them together, and then they'll probably add a chipboard box so I can fit all of them in at once. But for now, I'm stuck with these, because the special hasn't been released on Blu-ray, and neither is the finale, which hasn't been released until November, which I cannot fucking wait for. I cannot wait for it. And yeah, also, not many people talk about it. Junior High, just a little chibi, you know, fan service little thing for you. Yeah, can't wait for the finale in November. I don't even know how to phrase it. Is it Season 4, Part 4 or some shit? Because it's just so confusing the way they did it. It's like, this is Part 1, Part 2, and then it's like, bloody Part 3 was like an hour special. The final part will be like bloody an hour special or some shit, but yeah. Stay close to the manga, which is why people love it, and it's just so good, man. Attack on Titan is great. Sorry for the scratching, it won't shut up, but he's making a little tunnel on my gerbil, but yeah. On to the next. Jujutsu Kaisen, this beautiful box. Look at that. Heavy as well. This is the series. I enjoyed the series very much. I thought it was very good. The steelbook of the movie is over there. So, steelbook of the movie is over there. Yeah. Steelbook of the movie is over there. And, yeah, the movie was good, and so is the series. And this video is getting very long, so I'm going to have to keep rushing shit. But this is very good. It'll probably be expensive soon, but it's still in print because it's only released recently. But yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen, very interesting. I haven't watched the second season because I've heard the first 6 episodes are like prequel to like the bloody Zero and this. And then it starts going back onto Season 2. But yeah, I will watch Season 2 eventually. I haven't got round to it. I've watched the first 1 or 2 episodes and got bored. But I heard it gets better, so yeah. Tokyo Ghoul. I see it there. I see it. Fuck, I've done my throat in. I shouldn't have done that. Season 1, Season 2, and I bought the entire manga because I heard how bad the anime was, which I don't think it's bad, it's just rushed. I enjoyed the anime, it's just fight scenes galore and it's just very good. But people didn't like it, I enjoyed it. I've got the manga, and I got re-manga as well, so I've got the box sets of them, which I'll unbox one day, I just can't be bothered now. Talking about manga, I've got the whole Berserk deluxe editions. I'm just waiting for the final ones to be released in November. Then once I've read it all, which will be in a century time, I'll unbox it all for you. Gantz, I'm on like chapter 30. I've got all the omnibuses now as they're all being released. I'll show you once I've read it all, which should be by the end of the year. Elfen Lied, I need to get part 4, the Omnibus 4. Haven't got that yet. Same with Neon Genesis manga. I need to get like 1, 2, 3, the 4th omnibus. I've got the 5th one. I need to get the 4th one with Kaori on the front. But yeah, Tokyo Ghoul was hella enjoyable, man. I love Tokyo Ghoul. And I think that's just about it for all the anime collector's editions in my collection that I've seen. Now let's get on to the ones that I haven't seen yet. Let's make this really quick, because I'm burning my battery with this. Monster Musume, or Musume. Very rare. This is very rare and expensive. Can't wait to see it. Nozaki-kun. I got this cheap. I think you can still get it pretty cheap now for like a tenner. Your Lie in April. This is like the re-release box, because the other one was like apparently too tight. But one of the most highly acclaimed anime for being so sad. I know the ending because so many people spoil it, but I'm so happy to have this. This is pretty pricey too. Aldino Zero Part 1 and 2. This is really expensive. It goes to like 50, 60 quid for some reason. And then this you can just get anywhere. But so happy to have both. I think I got that for like 30 quid or something. This is really rare, by the way. So, yeah, can't wait to watch that eventually. Charlotte Part 1. And Part 2. Did I unbox that? I think I did, yeah. I did, I know I did. They brought out a complete box, just like, you know, Kill la Kill and ReZero and all that. But I bought in parts because it comes with a booklet and shit. And cards, so yeah. Also, the artwork looks nice. Full Metal Panic. There's an Ultimate Edition which looks arse. I would still like to get it because I like collecting Ultimate Editions, but the Ultimate Edition looks arse. Mate, all I can say is it looks shit. The book's crap, and the box art is very fucking crap as well. This has better box art, and just looks generally better, and it has the same shit as what the Ultimate Edition has. Minus the book. That's practically it. Full Metal Panic, very heavy. Invisible Victory. I need to watch Full Metal Panic. I've heard good things about it. Gonzo made season 1. Then the rest was by Kyoto Animation. And then I think that was like the second thing Kyoto Animation ever animated was like Fumofu. And then that was by like Quebec or some shit. So many different animation studio keeps changing for this series. If it gets louder, I apologise because I'm closer to the gerbil cage. But Gate, very rare collector's edition here. Very rare collector's edition. I can't remember how much I paid for that, like 20, 30 quid or something. Can't wait to have watch that eventually. This was never released in the UK or Australia as far as I know. A lot of homosexuality in this. Very weird anime. I haven't seen it. Like I said, all these ones I'm showing you now, I haven't seen any of them. But yeah, good that we have it and no one else does. Beyond the Boundary. I'm gonna sneeze, hold on. But these in the movie, where is it? Are these the movies, right? Yeah. I think there's a TV series or something. This is basically a collector's edition, which is why I got it here. Oh, there is a series, yeah. But the US version had the OVA with it, the deluxe edition for theirs. We didn't. We just had the series, so I'm going to have to watch the OVA separately. But that's along with the standard Blu-rays. So, yeah. But I'll show you the other one later on. Outlaw Star, very old anime, 1998. Also, very rare box as well. So happy to have this, man. Letter to Momo. You know, not the crazy ass Momo that tells people to kill themselves. No. I haven't seen this. Can't wait to see it. This is one of the most viewed videos on my channel. Black Lagoon. With one of the shittest fucking Japanese versions I've ever heard, man. Watch the dub, man. I got my pap to press. That's what she says. This is a badass anime, man. Same guy that voiced, like Yagami, voices that guy there. You know, the one with the tie. This is really nifty as well. Really good. So happy to have this. This is hella expensive. Seen it go for like £100 plus. Fuck me, I don't know why it's so much. I think I got it for like 20-30 quid. I got this shit for a bargain. I thought I never would either. It's sort of like my Bacchanal. I never thought I'd get that either. Arm Girl. Never heard of this anime, but I thought I'd get it anyway. All of my K. I watched like 4 episodes of this, and then I think I went on to something else. It got enjoyable, but I just wanted to watch something else at the time. There's K, and then K Missing Kings, K Return of Kings, and this is pretty pricey. It's K7 Stories. Moving on, because I'm running out of space here. Tokyo ESP looks interesting. People just said they wish there was more of it, which unfortunately there isn't, so... Eden of the East, TV series and the movie. I've seen this go quite cheap for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, TV series, both movies. This has a movie with it, apparently, Review Starlight, but never released on Blu-ray here, so I can't really show you that. Assassination Classroom. I've seen the first season. Haven't seen the second season, unfortunately. I will get round to it though. Apparently there's a movie as well, but it's like recap apparently. And then there's a Koro Sensei, which is Q, which is like a fucking chibi thing, I think, which only released in America. So I haven't watched season 2. I know the spoiler at the end. So what I heard is that ending is out of nowhere. Enough said. Blue Exorcist. I forgot to press the play button, so I'm not actually sure what I recorded. But let me rewind what I just said, because I just can't remember what I actually said. Prison School, yeah. K-On, everything there. I'm so happy to have all of that. With also the faulty discs corrected here. Samurai 7, can't wait to watch that. Penguin Drum, haven't seen it, but the movie's also been pre-order in all the anime, so I'll get round to pre-ordering that soon. Hyuka, heard great things about that. Angelic Layer, I wanted to get that for so long. But never got around to it. Finally did. Flip Flappers, it looked cool. That's why I bought it. Also got it cheap as well on sale. Gringash's Illusions, this comes with the OVA. The standard Blu-ray does not. Enough said. Asian is a Netflix version. So Netflix version is a Netflix original. Season 1, Season 2. This is pricey. This isn't so pricey. I'm going to stop my gerbil real quick. Hold on. But yeah, these are Netflix ones. This is pricey. This one wasn't so pricey. I'm just happy to have them both. Cardcaptor Sakura. All the episodes with apparently a 4K scan cost me like 90 quid this did. Yeah. We don't have the movies. We have, I think, the first movie on DVD, and I don't think we ever got the second one. So they're on standard Blu-rays, which you can get on Amazon, but I think the first one's out of print. First one you can get, second one's out of print. I can't remember, I haven't checked. But I will eventually get the movies. Maybe if all the anime finally license them. Can't even remember the fucking name of this. Grimoire Zero. I bought it because I got it cheap. Enough said. This was very expensive. This was going for like 100 odd quid. I think it may still be. The American version's better just because it has like glittery, glossy fucking starter, fucking fish on it or whatever. yeah, so happy to have that as well. The Blu-ray is hella expensive. DVD not so much. Blood Lad, yeah, I don't know much about it. Liz and the Bluebird apparently is like a spin-off to like the other one. I can't remember the name of it. It had like, there's another musical anime. I can't remember the name of it. Sound Euphonium. There we go. So for the end, season 1, part 1. You know, got stupid paper crap there, which will get fucking tatty after a while. Yeah, I remember these. I got these really cheap. This one was a lot more expensive than that one for some reason. I don't know why. But Universal should definitely have released more Blu-rays, as their Blu-rays are great. The shit you get with these, man. You get so much crap with this. I'm so happy. Look all this stuff you get with it. They just stopped releasing them. I mean, they did Sarah for the End, then they did another one, what was it? The Legend of Arslan, or the Heroic Legend of Arslan, that's it, which I'll show you in a minute. Fuck it, I'll just show you now. See, same sort of thing. And they also made something, I can't remember the name of it, which, I can't remember the name of it. They made another thing as well, which I think you can get for like 20 quid. Sters. I know it ends in like Sters, that's all I can remember. STRSTERS or some shit. I can't remember. But yeah, so happy to have these. Got these extremely cheap. I think got it for like under 11 quid. Season 2 I got elsewhere. So Season 2 standard Blu-ray was released by MVM, because Universal didn't bother to release the rest. There's also like a 90s series to this as well. Don't know much about it. Anti-Magic Academy, I got it, I think, on the sale because it was cheap. Noeen. Bro, this thing peels off. As soon as you take the info sheet off, I tried to get this for so long. Brand new and sealed. Man, I think I got it quite cheap. Bro, brand new and sealed. So long. Brother, it took me to get this brand new and sealed. Because if you get it second hand, it will never come with this thing that tells you everything about it. I got this as part of a Christmas sale. Yeah, there's a movie to this as well, which was never released in the UK or US, only in Japan. Hellsing Ultimate. Now, unfortunately, I only realised after looking at unboxings, it came with like a little cardboard, card or some shit that told you the information. I'm a bit disappointed I didn't know about that, but then again, you can't even get this in the UK, and this is highly expensive and out of print. The information is practically on these sleeves anyway. Unboxing on my channel, so I'm not going to go too much into unboxing. Then this came with it, so not came with it separately. Yeah. Like I said, if you want to know more about these, I have unboxings of practically pretty much everything I've showed you here. Apart from this, I didn't unbox this on my channel. Actually, I think I did. I can't remember. Some of them I haven't. I don't think I did with this one. I haven't seen this one either, so like everything else here I haven't seen. But yeah, Ride Your Wave Kakaguri comes with... sorry, I forgot. Steins Gate Zero came with this as well. Forgot to mention. Kakaguri came with these art cards. Not art cards, these pack of cards, which I thought was cool. No game, no life. I haven't unboxed this on my channel, unfortunately. I don't think I ever will. I don't know. Actually, I think I may have. I think I actually did. But the also have the movie is extremely expensive, like 60 quid as a limited edition. You can get it standard. I don't want to pay the money. One day I'll get it. Some arsehole on eBay called Singularity Anime is selling it for a crap ton. Also, they blocked me because I pointed out the arsehole moves they were making, selling shit for like triple the price. Snow White and with red hair, extremely rare and expensive. You know, even the standard Blu-rays individually are more rarer than getting this as a complete collection. Now on to some very, very special box sets. Violet Evergarden, I've done unboxing on my channel. I watched like 3 episodes. I got quite bored, but I know it's a very good series, so I'll rewatch it, and I know I'll enjoy it. That's the series. Then after that, you're supposed to watch this auto memory doll, and then so happy to have this, the movie, very highly rated 4K Ultra HD release. All unboxings are on my channel, just look for them. Let me show you something else. Over here we have shit like, forget that Scooby-Doo thing, this is a dusty area, I need to clean it. Yeah, I've got, what is it called? Guilty Crown. This is a standard release, as we only got standard. America got like a chipboard, just like the Coke Geass. Sorry, excuse me, I had to pause it. This is an Australian release, this is a US release. Don't ask me why I got the Australian release, I don't know why. But yeah, and then that's... Oh, shit. I'm not going to show too much of that El Hazard, because I need to get the series on DVD, because it's never released on Blu-ray by all the anime. And I need to get the alternative world as well, so I won't show too much of that. I'll do it all as one big unboxing eventually when I do. Oh, also, these are ones I'm watching now. Bakano. Very expensive, very rare. Man, I've got the info sheet inside. The info sheet is extremely, extremely rare to get hold of, because everyone keeps dropping it and losing it and throwing it away. Marduk Scramble. So happy to have this. At one point, it's very rare and expensive. I think you can actually manage to get your hands on it nowadays. And that is every single collector's edition I have as of now. I hope you enjoyed this fucking 1 hour and 36 minute video. God damn, I've been talking for like an hour and 36 minutes. I was going to plan on doing absolutely everything, but it's just the video's gone too long. So this is the part 1. Part 2 will be my entire standard Blu-ray collection. Part 3 will be my entire DVD collection, including the chipboard boxes. And then part 4 will be my entire Ultimate Edition collection. Also, bad news, Tower of God has been fucking delayed yet again. You know, after saying in the Legoland Windsor video it was going to be released in September, the assholes delayed it again. And Neon Genesis Evangelion 4.1, 3.0 plus 1.0 won't be until October, and then something else I can't remember. Well, I got to put this shit all back in my box now, so... Yeah, I really, really hope you enjoyed this unboxing. They're all my collector's editions as of yet. And yeah, got to put it all back now. Fucking hell. But I'll see you all in the next unboxing, which I'll film next video, which I'll film tomorrow, part 2. All my standard Blu-rays. God, I can finally breathe. Flying Lucha. Bye-bye.